Good afternoon and welcome back. So, last time, the last time I streamed another project. The last time we worked on this, I fixed a few things on the female characters here, and also fixed up a few color issues that we had. And I noticed something on these meshes here and on combinations that I didn't have before. And for this to be a proper modular kit, I need to fix those issues. Otherwise, it's kind of stupid. So let's open this up. Thing is, I have the I noticed that by combining a few things here. So let's see. I have this pixie top, which is kind of hanger top here, and I combined that with the what I call player pens, these pairs of pens here. And I noticed that there's an issue here. As you can see, there's a gap here because the player pens do not have the skin part here on top. And I chose this loop here to cut the meshes apart because it was an ongoing loop without any issues and so, but I didn't have them on this mesh here. And in combination with the player dress, you will never see that. So if I use that combination, that's completely fine. But if I want to use this with something else, for instance, the pixie top or the body 2 here, with a more traditional, more realistic brassiere top here. If I want to have a combination like this for a character, then we still have the issue that there are parts missing here. So what I want to do here is take the legs and just copy out the area of the skin here for the legs where we need it. So let's just yeah, this is the first loop that's not just looping around. That's why we have the issue here. Right, that's why I made the cut on top here. So we need to take this, and as you can see, we need add these here, then why is it not taking the clicks here properly? I don't know. We can also do this. So we have the same amount here and here. Don't need to go that far down, because we will never see on the inside here. At least I don't think so. So we don't need to go this far down here. And we also might not up wrong button. Damn it. Let's see. Okay, this one we still need. These down here, we don't. Yeah, I think that might be enough. So let's duplicate that, separate it out, hide the legs here, and let's see if I combine it with this. So okay, there's definitely something going on here that's not registering clicks. Something running in the background. Let me check something here. Okay. Yeah, okay. Chrome is open and using a lot of RAM, but that shouldn't cause those issues. Oh, and we also don't need these down here. Yeah, I think that's enough. Let's see. If I combine that, do I still have proper UVs for it? No, I don't. So I can't combine this. Because now the UVs for the skin are down here. And I need them stretched over here so that the texture's shown properly, so we can't combine that. So we can give it a proper name here. Let's player pens. And then we can export it out. And that would be the female. I call it female player pens, probably. Let's see. Player belt. Let's set my name here. Yeah, there we go. So that I can re-import them in here. This way we get the skin here, which is correct. I need to set this to the skin material that I have here. Let's see. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. What is this? No, not the physics asset. This here. Okay, now it should have the right skin settings for that. Right material settings. So it should be fine. And now we can combine it with different parts on the characters, which is fine. I noticed that on the Goblin game, and because I had the combination there, but it's better this way, so I have it in all projects. If I'm reusing those, then that's fine. Good. And I can go into the Goblin project and do the same there. Just re-import it and it should be fine. I haven't done any new colors here and checked those because I was focused on the Goblin game. Talking about the Goblin game, it was a 1 month project and I have about 1 or 2 days on it still. And I might go a bit further, so maybe throughout next week. Just to finish it up to a point where I can say, okay, now it is done. And I can make a build and put it completely to the side and then focus back on MagicAle. Another thing is that in 2 weeks, I have a lot of time for about 2 weeks or so. So I might do streams during the week because I have nothing else to do. And then we should have longer streams during the week focused on MagicAle and hopefully getting to a point where I can say, now I could make another build, push it out there, and not really publish it, but it's definitely at a stage where I could give it out to people to test again and then focus on fixing bugs, filling in holes that people find, to maybe publish it at some point this year. Not sure. But before publishing it, I need to make sure I know where to publish it and in what state. So good. Let's see, what else were we doing last time? I was looking at these options buttons here, and I said I want to check back on different implementations of it. I haven't done that because, like I said, focused on the other project. Let's have a look at this. Maybe we can figure this out here so that it shows us the options properly and with proper highlights. We have unresolved errors in Cargan overlay. What's going on here? Okay. Fresh node. So for some reason, I'm not sure if I updated those. Two different class, not sure. But it should be no issue here. We can just reconnect those and then run a refresh. Okay. I think I changed the class for this last time. For some reason it didn't take the new class here, the parent class. So let's see. Yep, there we go. And in the options, it doesn't do the highlight here. So if I change these, I mean, if I click them, then we have changed there, but it doesn't change the one that's kind of highlighted, and it doesn't change the others back. That's kind of the issue here. Same with this. No idea why the epic one is getting the highlights and the others don't. Doesn't make sense, but set this on low here, then yeah, no. Not sure why the last one. I think it's I know why. We are going through a loop here, and the last one gets the highlight settings here, and the others are grayed out kind of. So if I click on this, let's highlight. Yeah, it's taking the wrong one. So what we need to do there is go in here and okay, here it's going through this for each of them, and it's setting them selected or unselected. But I think we still need to do the we need to no, we don't. Let's see, on the button. We do have a button index here. If we click the button, what am I doing here? Yeah, this is strange here. So what we should do here is not do a for each, but do get. We don't have an array there, so we can't do this. This is a simple get. So if we click it, then it's selected. So we don't. We can just set it here. Let's test that. Okay, no, that's not correct. Yeah, it needs to update the rest of them. So if you click something, then this one needs to be clicked and the others need to be reset. So basically we need to do what's happening in here. So what did I have in here? Get parent. Okay, if you click that, yeah, let's copy this. Oh wait, set selected button. So get parent cast to UI. Cast horizontal box. Wait, the array is a user widget. Okay, I can't cast to that, so I need to here event graph construct. So we need to have a reference to this array here. So let's add that. And expose that at spawn. So in here we can do the self reference, put that there. And then on the button, get this. Set selected button. And set the button index here. We don't need this because this is called in here. And then we call the function for the button that we want to call here. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that looks better. The problem is it's not initialized, so it doesn't have the things set at start. So I want to change the dark colors here, or the black there. I want to change it to the normal button color here, but this is still highlighted, so it works. It doesn't change the style of the button, only the text at the moment, but I think that might be enough. And it's doing it here as well when we click those. So that works now. So let's change this here back to the standard button color there. Let's go to designer. Let's have a look at this. This should be our standard color here. It's not, for some reason. But then let's go in here and go to the select. And let's pick this one. Okay, that is really strange. So if it's selected, it needs to have another color. So let's just make it red. Let's do it this way. So if it's selected, it's red. Otherwise, it's this color. Should make a difference here. Yeah. But I don't know why these are different from the ones that I've set here. So what's the standard color for this? Yeah, it's this one. So why is it not taking that color as its standard here? Am I setting a different color somewhere? Let's see. That's the options menu. And there we are filling this. Let's see. I don't think I'm doing something like that. No, I'm not doing anything like that. So it's just setting this here. So fill data there. One thing that I haven't done in here is kind of initialize the the start of that. But I mean, okay, it does show us a different view here, so that's better now. If I click this, okay, we know this is selected, the others aren't. But for some reason the color is different, and I don't know why. Oh wait, if we set all this to epic, but push... No, and some of them it doesn't. So if I look here for the foliage is gone now. If I set it to low. Material quality doesn't change anything. Hello. Texture quality doesn't also change. Yeah, maybe some of these settings don't really change much. Okay, this is definitely changing something. So, anti-alias quality. That changes things. Post-process is changing things. Shadow quality, not that much. Yeah, texture quality also doesn't change. So if we set everything to epic, it should update these down here as well. Because they should all set on epic. Yeah, I need to look into that. So if I need to initialize them, and I also need to set them up to the right thing here. But I don't know why I didn't take the right color here. That's a bit strange. Why is that? We can also try something else here. So I'm not changing colors, but we can change the button. Change the style. Can we change the style? Oh no, we need to set this up to... Oh no, okay, this is setting the style directly. So the slate brush. No, that's not what I want. I want to set the button. Set background color. Just that doing. Ah, okay, so that's a tint. Okay. So our buttons are blue, so if we tint them with red, they turn to black. So we need to set this up differently here. So this is white, and this is this color. Okay. Let's do gray here. And then let's also do something else on the menu. Because when we are adding them here for the array, we should be able to call the function. So this is select, set select button. And let's set that to the length of the array here, -1. So basically it will be set to the last element on that. Let's copy this. So basically it starts out with the highest quality setting there, and then it should be fine. Then you can tweak it to your liking. And one thing that I need to make sure is that these settings are properly saved. I'm not sure if I'm doing that at the moment. But let's set this up properly first. Okay, we should be done soon. Let's see. Okay. We still have a few more. Let's connect these here properly. Okay. So now it should. Oh, wait, these need to be connected. Yep. These are not part of the options menu, but the array, so the target needs to be set properly for them. Good, but now it should work. Go here, open up the options, and it doesn't do it. That is strange. Why is it not doing that? Let me check something here. Oh wait, no, not there. Damn it. Here. Maybe it doesn't need to be called after that, so yeah, it needs to be called after that, so we need to edit first and then we can call the method in it to initialize it properly. Does this give me slot object reference? Chance base slot type. Ah, okay, so we don't need this there, okay. Yeah, this should do it. So we need to move this to the other side. So that we're adding it to the parent and then we are setting the selected part there. It should be okay. Let me take a short break. Be right back. Sorry for that. My mother just told me that she found out my brother is working with what is it called? AI chat or something like that. He's studying linguistics, and he's working with an AI that you can talk to and teach words to and stuff like that. And as part of his linguistics and playing around, basically. And she just found out and needed to tell me that he's doing that, even though I knew that already. But yeah, she's here and wanted to tell me that. Sorry about that. So let's continue this. Even though nothing really interesting is happening here at the moment. Just moving these around here, so but this way, like I said earlier, this way it works, that they are initialized properly when we open up the options menu. Or they are initialized in some kind of way, not properly, but to properly initialize them, I need to check what kind of settings we have in the right area. And I will look into that in a moment. But first, let's fix the order, because we need to set the right setting here anyway, so it needs to have this order for it to work. Okay, now they should all be set up properly. Not sure why it's not showing me this part here, but it could be that it's not calling the right thing there, so we need to set it to something here and then move it back. So at the moment everything is set to epic here. It's not changing this all to high. Then I'm changing this here, so that's something I need to look into. So if I'm changing the overall settings, everything else needs to be set as well. And then I need to look up how to set the initial setup here. Because the system should have some settings when it starts up. And these need to be set as a default. Oh, I also need to make sure that I have everything in here. Damn it. Let's see. Default resolution. Because it would start with default resolution here, so no resolution is set. Let's see. Yeah, what let's see, get game user settings, I'm not doing this, get guest, so I'm setting this here already, so don't need this. I'm doing this over that one, but I don't do it for the rest here. So here we are setting the slider scale for that, but I'm not initializing these properly. Wait, let's do something here. Here we are setting up the resolution slider, but let's do something here. So game user settings. Get VSync. Do we have a VSync option here? We have a sync interval. Okay, no, we don't have anything for that. So this is something I need to figure out somewhere else. But this one here we can set. So so set selected button, overall quality, that we should be able to set. So get get quality levels, overall scalability levels. So this is giving us an integer value that we can put in here. Can we set this to pure? No, we can't. Okay. Oh wait, no, this is not correct. So we need to set this to we don't need the lengths here. Oh, we do need the lengths, but we need to check if it's the same as this. So means we need to have a custom setup here. So if I'm looking into that array here, we do have low, medium, high, epic, and we need a custom here. And then as a result, should be able to set those here. So select int, no, that's not correct. Select here. The problem is we don't get a minus 1. So this doesn't work. So we need to check if this is -1. No. Branch. Just want to check if no, I don't have this somewhere set already, because I kind of want to have this as a variable. So let's go to the beginning here. This is our event construct, and let's move this over slightly. Let's get this one. And let's promote that to a variable, which we can't. Okay, so that doesn't work. Can we set a variable here? No, game user settings. No, okay, we don't have that as a variable type here. Okay, so we can't do that. Oops. So back to this. Okay, so if that is true, I want to set this to 4. No, 4. Otherwise, you want to set it to this here. Let's see if that is doing anything. Okay, it's setting it to epic. And then we need to call the rest down here. So let's see, I'm not quite sure if we can use this for everything, but we should be able to, because I'm setting this as well, so it should give us the same options here. So we don't want overall settings here, we want window mode. Is that in here? Get default window mode. Okay, so this one is different. It's an enum. So we can't convert that. So here we can do a select. Yeah. So this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. And then overall quality. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so this window mode, this is okay. Yeah, here we have the epic and stuff like that, but now we have a custom there that we don't want. So that's not good. So we have this custom here then in here that we don't need on all of them. That's not good, but let's see if we can get there. So this is our set view distance quality level. So we're getting the view distance quality level. And this is, you can set this quite high, so that's 0 to 4, that should be fine. Let's just see if this is doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, so the view distance quality is set to epic here. The rest is not configured yet. So basically you can, all the stuff that I've done before here I can just remove, but we need this at the end here, then we need the game settings. And I might need to make a copy of this one here. Duplicate that. And let's call it 2. And remove the custom from it. That should be okay. And then we can set this for these here. So Window modes. Could have also just could have replaced it up here. Too late. I just saved that and it's fine. Because we don't need a customs button for these, because we can't customize them directly, so don't have the options for that. I might have, but I'm not 100% sure how deep this will go. Okay, so next thing here. Oh, we can move this over a bit. No, I haven't set this yet. So this one is the anti-alias. Getting that. This goes from 0 to 4. Problem is that we are only setting it from. So I might need to change this. Yeah, I need to remove these. Let me check something here real fast. So I'm only setting them between 0 and 3, but they go up to 4. So I need to look up what the epic setting actually is. And basically I need to look what each of these settings is corresponding in this area here. And then I might need to add stuff here for the epic, because I think epic is setting all these to 4 and not to 3 like I'm doing here. Let's see. Or maybe I don't want to set them to 0. It could also be the case, because 0 would be off. Which means I would need to add an off here for the 0. Let's see if we can find that information somewhere. Let's go to the. Let's search this. Where is Unreal Engine? Okay. Scalability settings. Scalability reference. Oh. So this is setting it to 0, 2, 4, and 6. So I had this set up wrong in the first place, I think. Let's check this. what was I calling here? So on the button, we are calling the function, which is on the menu here. So we are doing this here. Yeah, we are taking the index here. And here I have this ordered differently. So windowed. Okay. So maybe should have looked at down there what we are doing here. So windowed is 0. Yeah, this is correct. So that is correct. Good. But here we are just taking the index and setting it for the quality, which is not correct. If I look at the reference here. I mean, here it is correct. So here we have 0 to 3, so that's fine. That's the post-process quality setting there for all of that, so that's fine. Here we have also 4 different settings. We don't have that for this. So basically what I can do is just multiply that by 2 for the anti-aliasing. Anti-aliasing, can't speak. So I can definitely go with a simple times 2, and then should be okay. Yeah, like I said, this is correct here. Because here we have different overall settings for this. I haven't exposed all the parameters in here yet, so we can't change those yet. Shadow quality, we also have 4 different settings. Texture quality, same. Effect quality, the same. Okay, that's good. Detail mode. Yeah, okay, here we have only 3 options, so if it is 3, it should be set to 2, but it's okay. Material quality, we only have high and low. So only two options there. Then let's see. Yeah, okay, here we have 4 options again, so this is fine. Yeah, no, this is not what we want. What is this? Skeleton mesh LD bias. Do I have that setting? No, I don't think so. No, don't. Oh, I just saw that this is not even set up properly here. G-ray quality level. Yeah, I think because I didn't know what I would need to set here. So let's see, do we have something up here that tells us what this is? Yeah, here we have only those two options, low and high. Let's see the detail mode, render detail. G-ray quality level. Yeah, because I don't know how to set this. That's why I haven't set this up properly here. Yeah, don't have a material quality level there. So I might just need to remove that option. So it will be set with the overall option, but we don't have specific option for that. So let's throw that out because it didn't do anything. So let's change this. Yeah, let's just throw it out because I don't know at the moment how to set this up. So let's see, material. Yeah, down here. We need to remove this here as well, but this is fine. Yeah, here we just multiply this, which is okay. I need to register if we click anything here that it moves to custom. Let's see. Let's remove the horizontal box here. Okay, let's go back up here and connect the rest here. Issue here is that we need to divide that by 2 now, because we have set this to multiply. So we need to divide that by 2 to get the right button index. That way we would get, yeah, we would get the right thing, so it shouldn't be an issue. Okay. This one. So post-process quality is straightforward again. Just plug this in here. It's fine. And the rest of them is also quite straightforward. So get shadow quality. Just saw shading quality. Maybe shading quality was material. I'm not sure. This is texture quality. Yeah. Yep. And those always tells us 0 to 4. But on the reference here, it doesn't say that. So it's the, yeah, texture quality goes from 0 to 3. Where's shader quality? Right, shader complexity. No, so we don't have this, but we have this again. So this is fine. Setting up these here also is just a number there, so that's fine. I just want to see what this does, so I might want to add in the shader quality in somewhere, but maybe you can put this as material quality that we had before, even though it's a different setting. So this is effects. Effects was straightforward. Foliage also straightforward. Then I need to look into shader quality, but I'm not sure if this is same. So get foliage quality. So this all set up properly. Good. Interesting. So it starts out with medium settings here and rest epic. Okay. Here I also need to get to initialize this, I need to get the right window mode. Did I have that? Let's see. Desktop resolution. Yeah, okay, this is also set up properly. So that's fine. So it's set to windowed full screen. Wait, what was the default there? Borderless. Yeah, that's windowed full screen. Even though it isn't really borderless here, but it's different from this setting. Yeah, it is. So this is windowed. So we do have the taskbar down here, even though you can't see it, but can scale this. And if I set this borderless, I can't scale it. And this is full screen, which I think is not enabled in Plane Editor. So this is something we need to check on the build. Okay, so those buttons are set up properly. And this is also initialized properly here. It's the next thing we need to do. No, it's 100%, isn't it? No, it's not doing anything here. Let's see. Does this actually do something? Resolution scale. Yeah, it does change. Okay, so it's it should be set to 100% by default, so I need to initialize that slider there perfectly. Get resolution scale information, current scale normalized divided by 100 in value, set value. Is it correct, or do we need that? Current scale value. Yeah, okay, it wasn't correct. It's set up correctly here. Does it automatically change this? Don't think so. I think I need to apply it. Yeah, I need to apply that. So here I can click on all of those. I might need to move this button over here so that we apply it for VSync and for resolution scale. Or I need to go in and change this if I change the slider value. Let's see how this is set up here. Slider. Yeah, I need to put the apply graphics setting after that. Yeah, okay, now it works. Good. Why did this not work properly here? View distance quality. Strange. Let's also sort this out here a bit better. So this is texture quality. Font quality. And effects quality. And here we also need to apply this directly. And then we can also remove that button on the bottom here, because we don't need that anymore. The supply settings here is no longer needed, because every setting that we have here directly changes this, so it should be fine. So we don't need the apply settings button down there. Double check it. It's not doing anything more than that. Oh wait, it's saving the settings. What is this doing? Oh, this is doing exactly the same. So yeah, we don't need that. Bye bye. Just remove that. Good. Yep. It's not 100% fitting in here, but it would fit on full screen. So we would we remove the scroll bar there when it's in full screen mode, because we have a bit more space up here. So that should be fine. Let's go to audio. I haven't set this up here correctly yet, but we don't have any voice so far, so it's fine. Controls. This should work, I think. I think I'm getting those from the options that we have. And we don't have any specific game settings here yet. I think I would want to put stuff like show highlights or something like that in there. So different highlight options. Because at the moment we do have standard highlights set to on, so I'm going in here, just do character here. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Ouch. Set body data. And I think that was just the last thing that was open here. Yeah, that's not good. Does it happen every time if I click on this? Yes, it does. Oh no. Damn it. I haven't looked at the project for a week, so it had to happen that it completely breaks something like that. Okay, so at least let me start like this, so that's good, but close menu. soon. So as you can see, we have those highlights on by default. And the moment I don't have an option set somewhere that they are on or not. Let's just set this up. Do we have game options here? Yeah, we do, but we don't have anything in there. Awesome. Let's just do text and checkbox. First, let's do a horizontal box in there so that it's fine. Do we have anything set up here? No, it's just a vertical box at the moment. And let's add a horizontal box in there. In that horizontal box, let's add the text. Why is it not showing that? Oh, because it's hidden. So what do we have in here? We have the scroll box, and then we have the overlay there. Okay. Audio menu. Oh, we have another vertical box under that. And there's to fill. Let's set to fill there. Oh, okay, so this is already wrong here, so we need these settings here. Okay. And that's why this is just another vertical box in there, even though we don't need that. Could have just put all of these in here. Because this is already a vertical box, right? Yeah, that's a vertical box. So this should be correct now. Let's set the right font here. Let's see font 1, which should be like $24. Yeah. 24, good. Okay, so this is show highlights. I don't know. This is set to 25. Or 0.25. Here, and then we have a checkbox next to that. Okay, so this needs to be slightly bigger. And we need to check the style here. So where do we have a checkbox? It was here. VSync. Let's copy that style. And paste it here. And give it a proper name. So this checkbox is for highlights. And it's checked by default. Is there anything else in here? Okay, the rest should be fine. Okay, then we need to give this some functionality here. This should be setting on the player character. We should have a reference to the player here, right? No, don't. Mappings, access mappings. Yeah, here we are also just changing game user settings there. So we need the player reference for that. So let's get that. Player character. Cast to MagicAle player character. Okay, I didn't call it highlight. What did I call it? We should have this open here somewhere. Here we go. Object highlights. Thought I had a variable for that. No, I don't. Okay, let's create one. Use highlights. And then down here, if we are overlapping that, so yeah, I can just basically put this in here. So if that is true, this will be set true, otherwise it will be set false. Could have used it at the beginning and checked, hey, do we want to do that? But yeah, I could also do that, and then if it's false, then we are not doing anything with it. Not doing the casts and all that stuff. Let's do that. But it can also be in here, which is also fine, so. Good. So on the options menu, set this. Drawer is checked. Even though I kind of want to change that to a different setting, so that I can have different stages of highlights. But I would need to set up a completely different system for it. So for the moment, this should be okay. So if I go into the options here, game, set this, that, close menu, do a new game here, predefined character, and we don't have highlights. Good. Okay, so that works. We do have errors here. It's not static. Wait. Background questions. This is in switch to tube. It's not static. In blueprint. Cannot attach. Show data which is static to it. Okay, so the okay, puzzle elements. Hidden switch. Child actor should be movable. Yeah, the rest is also movable, so. Oh wait, did I? Oh. Okay. So here I need to check if this needs to be checked by default. So we need to set this here to true. Okay. That definitely helps with the options here, so that's good. I think the controls should be fine. Not sure if I'm missing something here. I think it should be all that we have here at the moment. We do need... Oh wait, I did add something to this, and I haven't set this up here yet, I think. Let's see. Settings, project settings, input. I'm not sure if the event log is in there. And camera switch set to tab. This is not in there. And runes. Let's check if those are in. Controls. No, we don't have runes. We don't have camera switch. Movement controls. Okay, so I need to add them in. Okay, options menu. Nope, no. Wait, am I setting those up by hand? Ugh. Yeah, I'm doing that. That's not good. But I think it was the issue that we couldn't do this otherwise. One thing that I think the switch from from first person to third person, camera switch, would that be an action? Would that be movement? Or would that be something completely different? I think it's something different, so I might need to add a completely different category to this. So let's duplicate that. this. This controls for miscellaneous, which would be okay there, and then let's copy one of these. We need two, as far as I remember. So the first one switch camera mode. Then this needs to be how did I call it? Camera switch. Sorry about that. Yeah, needs to be the same name as this, I think. So let's call this camera switch. No, it doesn't need to be the same name, but it needs to be a proper name here, so that I can connect the dots basically. So that's the Alt key for that, which we don't have at the moment, but it's fine. Let's set up different keys for that, and now I need to set this up here. Yep. Okay, this is annoying. So I need to move this somewhere else and then add this to this block here. So the key selector for the camera switch is this one. That's a selected key. And the action name is camera switch. Then we have this for this one here. This is not the alt binding. This is the alt binding. Good. Then we need this here, which is set up there. The runes, but the runes are supposed to be for UI stuff, so they need to be put there. And let's move it up one. Okay. Okay. That is done. We have an error here. Why is there an error? Okay, then we need to go up here and add some pins here. Yeah, and here I'm filtering out from the name. I'm filtering out the setting, and then I'm setting that. Just quite annoying, but it works. So it's fine there. Okay, so what's wrong here? This is not connected. That's why it had an issue earlier. Okay. Good, so we should be able to change those keys as well. I thought I had another key set up somewhere, but apparently it's not in here. Let's see. Hope I didn't hard code that. Here. I did hard code this. This section here is stuff that I'm kind of cheats that I have in here that need to be removed. So this all stuff is really bad. Hard-coded keys. So I definitely need to change those. I wanted to set up something here. So when we are in a dialogue and it's hanging for some reason, we don't have controls over it, we need to close it. And that's why I wanted to set this up. I need to do a different key for that. The problem is I can't use escape because if I'm testing an editor, I can't test that because escape closes the plain editor. So I set this to plus here, but that's a horrible key to keep in there. But if there's a bug that it's hanging there, then we need to be able to get out of it. Even though I need to fix the issue that's causing that, that's the other thing. So that's not sorry, not good. What is this? Okay. Delete that as well. Okay, the rest should be fine. What's going on here? Change altitude. Oh. That's interesting. So that's another axis value we need to set up. Let's comment that. So we definitely need to be able to change the key mapping for that. So we need to put this in here. And that's movement. So we definitely need to put that into movement here. Oh, that will be a long text for this. Let's see. I duplicate that, gets added to the bottom. So let's put this here. Altitude on flight. Not sure that's correct, but then what did I call it? Change altitude. Okay, setting up these is slightly more difficult because those are axis mappings. Yeah, I need to copy one of these here. Right, move forward. Okay. Oh yeah, we have different mappings for those. Okay. Wait, do I have them in my... Yeah, okay, so this is forward, backwards, left, right. So we need to set up on flight and down on flight for this to work properly. Yeah. So we need to copy that. That's not correct. that's correct. So this needs to be let's call it up on flight and down on flight. And I think this also used for swimming. Not sure. Let's double check. No, this only used for flying. What am I using for swimming? So if we're in water, it's, oh, then we use the camera to move forward. But we are not doing, okay, we are not adding the option to kind of dive and go up, basically. So we can add this in here if we wanted to. So if this is, so if we are flying or if we are in water, then we can do this. So how would we call that? Then what do I have set for these? Oh, I have just some buttons here set. Okay. What is this? Rotate object? Okay, where am I using that? Oh, I know where I'm using that. I think I know where I'm using that. Is it on the inventory screen? No, there I'm using the mouse. What? Where? No, I fixed the color here, so that's fine. No, it's not really the right color, but... Oh, it is that color. Okay. Okay, now it works. So for some reason, somewhere one of these color change windows was still open. Let's just jump in here and see. So on the inventory window, if I click something, here I'm using the mouse, not using up and down. Ah, damn it. Am I rotating the object? I'm carrying it? Let's see. Okay. So is it here? Not sure if I'm using that anymore. Or if I ever used it. That's the other thing. So that's a bit strange. But okay, that's not what I wanted to do here. I need to copy one of these here to set this up. Then we need to go in here. And then we need to go to change altitude. Okay, so we need to change altitude up and down. Let's rename those. So change altitude up. Change altitude down for this one. And we need the change altitude down on this one. Oh, damn it. Okay, set this here. And then for the alt mappings, we need to set this here. So I need the up alt and the down alt. Okay. And that's that. And yeah, then it's done. Okay, move this. Now we need to set this. Move forward. Move right. Move forward, move right. Yeah, okay. Change altitude up and down. Okay. So that's fine. Apply this. So if it is bigger than 0, it's positive, so we're going up. Otherwise, we're going down. These are the alt mappings for that. Good. That's the setup here for the construct mappings. And now we need to go in here and copy this. And on key selected, like that. Oh wait, we have left, right. Okay, we do need more than one. So okay, this is down. Let's get up in here as well. Out. Okay. So we want the positive values to be up, so we want these here. And this is change altitude. And then we need to copy those and set the negative values here. So this is -1 and -1. Good. Now we should be able to change those. They are not set for some reason. So I need to find a way to change that. Why is this not correct here? So left should be left here. Right should be. So these are not set up properly here as well. But this is set up correctly. So here we get the tab key, that's correct. Here we get the rune key, which is R. I need to remove the glossary because I'm not really using it. Or I need to change the glossary to kind of a recipe book, ingredients book or something like that. Which will be a lot of writing that I need to do, but I kind of want to do that starting the week I have a lot more time. I want to change the glossary. So why is this not set? Do we need to do something for those? Okay, here I'm not allowing gamepad keys. So at the moment it's only keyboard and mouse. No gamepad keys allowed, basically. But why is it not changing that properly? Let's see. Still doing those wrong here. Here it's telling us it's empty. Just not correct. Let's check these. Move forward, it's up, down, WS. Yeah, it is correct here, so. So is it not taking all of these properly? So move forward. For each of those, get the oh. No, I'm doing this wrong here. So we have mappings for those. And I need to go through those mappings one by one. I can't do this because I need to set the right input key selector here, which is not good. But this was wrong all the time, so we need to fix this anyway. So let's just do that. So we are going through the whole mappings here. We have 4 mappings for those for move forward. If it is positive, we have 2 different options here. We can either set the forward key, or we can set the backward key. Oh wait, we need the Alt key here. Forward or Alt forward, that's the one here. So let's go here. Yeah, I did something stupid here. So here, if I want to have all these keys exposed properly, then I need to set them up properly. Why is it turn here? Change altitude. So this should be Why is it not finding those at all? Oh, because they're not keyboard keys. That's why we are not finding those. This is not a keyboard key, so we are not getting those. But I do want those, so let's change that here. Let's remove that branch. Yes, and now we are getting those. That's good. We don't have any alt keys set for this, so it's fine. This is still wrong here. Even though it's doing it correctly for this here, but it's not doing it for left and right. Yeah, because damn it. Here I have set this up correctly, so up, down, and then WS. Here I completely thrown it around, so doesn't work here. So I need to change the order here somehow, which I can't. See, the thing is, I ordered those. Let's just do this. Let's remove. Fuck. No. If I remove one of them, it removes the whole mapping? No, that can't be right. Let's just change the order here. So we want right here. Hello. Keyboard right. Then we want keyboard left. I'm fine. And you? And then we want A and D. Then we also need to change the scale there. So this is -1, and this is 1. So now it's the same as up here. And turn rate, we don't have anything set up on the outside, but it's something we don't have controls for. But I have this change altitude here that I want to have control for. So it's fine. Now they should show up properly. Because now they're in the right order, hopefully. So let's have a look. Oh, interesting. Yes, now it works. Okay. I set up a specific order for reading the keys That's why it's setting it this way. So I could also change WASD to be the default settings, not the alt setting, but it's fine. I need to remove the empty here because I don't want that. It's kind of confusing. So we should just have this empty and not tell us that it's empty. So can we copy that? Yes, we can. No, can't. I'm only removing it for the alt mappings here. Because I don't want this to be anything else. We could also just set text there, please insert a key or something like that, but just leaving it empty might be okay. Oh, damn it. The normal mappings should be fine. It should have a key and should be overwritten, but the alt mappings are not set up for everything. And in some cases, they might never be set up properly, so it's... Thing is, I have too many keys that I'm using for stuff, so I'm not... I can't really put them on a controller. So the game, you can move around on a controller, but then you need more keys basically on different menus and stuff like that. So the game is not set up for controllers at all. So that's why I'm also not allowing controller mappings, because it's just no. It's just completely different control scheme there. So it's I'm not setting those up. So and that's another thing. If I'm thinking of publishing the game at some point, I would get the message, why do we have no controller mapping? It would be a completely different way to control the game, and it's a complete mess. That's why I'm kind of not doing it at the moment and might not do later, because like I said, I need to completely change the